Chat, it is 2025, and I have a question. Do people still hate windows of opportunity? Like, do killer mains really hate windows? Does it make the survivor who is really, like, not that good in chase really nice in chase now, right? It's kind of weird because right now, it's still the #1 used perk in the game. I think it's been the #1 used perk in the game for a very long time. If you go to the nightlight.gg website, you will see it is chosen at roughly 33%. And I want to say Pain Resonance is, I think, second in the game. I'm not too sure. I mean, but I know it's killer's favorite perk, right? Anyway, I digress. I think the issue with people going against windows opportunity is it can affect negatively, obviously, the killer, because I mean, if a person can see where there are opportunities to loop and mind game and stuff like that, that only hurts them. But if you are a bad teammate in chase, you're literally just running from pallet to pallet and you're just literally just pre-dropping everything. This is your boy LiberGot90. Hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm gonna kind of go over my thoughts and takes. I actually did a little bit of an experiment with Jane and Sable. You know, people quote unquote love Sable. I'm gonna do a podcast episode on the hate to Sable, man. I don't know why people get a lot of hate if you play Sable. I mean, I think even killers will target you out. But anyway, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And comment your thoughts below. Do you run windows opportunity? Do you hate going up against that as killer? Just leave them down below. All right, so I have 8,000 hours roughly, and I'm a Nia main. And not that you need to really know I'm a Nia main, but the point is that like windows opportunity I've used for a very long time. But understand that I don't have to use windows, because see, the thing is, I would give you guys this. Yes, it just shows you there are people who just run pallet to pallet. It's called running to yellow. So you see yellow, you hold forward to yellow. And I want to go over this experiment right here. I'm using Jane in this first one, and then I'm gonna use Sable in the next one. With Jane, I was going up against the Houndmaster and the dog, you know, another anti-loop killer, right? And I'm just literally just holding forward. I'm not looking behind me. I'm literally just throwing down every single pallet known to man. And the thing is, I'm like, okay, well, I got too many hours. All I do is play Survivor, so I actually know how to actually loop for real. I know how to hold check spots, look behind me, be patient in my chases. But it's really insane how like it is strong. It really is strong, because in the old days with windows opportunity, it had a cooldown where I don't know if the meters were still the exact same by color, but if you literally just dropped a pallet or vaulted a window, it took it away. Like the aura to it would like go away. Like the breakable doors and walls, all that stuff would go away for like a cooldown, but then it'll come back. Now and you guys play this game. Obviously, I don't have to tell you guys that, but you guys see that it just goes based off your color of how far you can see the yellow pallets and the vaults and stuff like that. But literally just like not looking behind, I'm just running from path to path to path. Now, I don't normally play like this, but I know it was annoying the killer, because I know there are killers who are experienced who would be like, okay, well, this person's not even looking behind them, so maybe I can mind game them, right? And I was kind of using some of my experience of, you know, of me being in chase to still kind of be able to keep up. But literally, I was just not looking behind me. I was just literally just running from path to path, vaulting without looking behind me, not being patient on the vault. And I did the same thing with Sable, right? I got Sable. I'm running up against a Spirit. And I think the Spirit decided to tunnel afterwards because they got upset that I was pretty much just pathing just anywhere. I'm just running. And again, I am a Sable. So I think that part of it was, okay, you also a Sable. I'm not about to get juiced by a Sable. But I think that is my issue. Is that one, a person who have windows opportunity and they're just being told to just get this perk because it's very good. First of all, I would give you the benefits of it. When you have windows opportunity, you don't have to, especially if you're playing solo queue, wonder if there's any pallets are up or not. Now, yes, they do have any means. You can see if a pallet is being dropped anywhere in the map. They do have, what is that called? Alert, which is one of my favorite, most underrated perks in the game, because you can pretty much track where the killer is breaking stuff, whether it's kicking a gen, whether it's breaking a window, all that good stuff, right? Not breaking a window, I'm sorry. Breaking pallets, etc., right? But you can see those things, you get alerts. But with windows opportunity, within your vicinity, you can pretty much at least not question if that pallet is gone or not. Like if you're running towards Shack, you'll automatically see that that pallet is pretty much already gone. So you don't have to worry about that and going in just to go down. So that's like the true benefit of it. What's the negative is if you're playing in solo queue and somebody, or even if you're playing in the Swift and somebody is just running from path to path, just chucking down every single pallet. And the problem is that when you guys are going against weaker killers or killers who are also not that good, just they don't have that much experience, so they don't understand how to mind game. They make so many anti-loop killers now that a lot of killers don't have a need to break pallets these days. So if you're just running and chucking pallets and you're not looking behind you, you're not being patient on the vaults, a good killer, a decent killer or anti-loop will be able to like negate that. That's why, like, just because you have Windows opportunity, like, it doesn't mean that you know what you're doing against very good killers. Does that make sense? And so, I mean, of course, I got clips of me using Windows opportunity or not using Windows opportunity because, again, here's another thing, too. I just want to be very clear before I end the video because I don't want to make this video too long. I want y'all to understand this, too, that, you know, no matter how many times you choose the same map, you're not guaranteed the same RNG. They mix it up. So Shaq's not going to always be where Shaq is. You know, and I'm only bringing this up because people do this a lot. They be like, well, you don't need Windows opportunity. Just memorize the map, right? Just try to pay attention to where things are. Okay, if you play this game even for 5 seconds and you go to the same map again and you have those map offerings, you'll know that it's not the exact same place every single time. They got different versions of Garden of Joy, and if you go to the same version of Garden of Joy, that doesn't mean that certain places, certain maps, they will have the exact same place. Like Shaq may not move in another place, but then they got places like McMillan where you go to it and there's different versions of that, but you will still have Shaq in a different area. You have the RNG, the trucks will be somewhere else, so it's not the exact same. So I just want to be clear for those who say you don't need Windows opportunity or it's not that good of a perk if you know the map, because you don't control the RNG and the structures and stuff. You don't control that. That's one. And two, again, just because you have Windows does not mean that you know how to mind game and actually in loop. So that's my whole point that I just want to be clear before I end this video, is that, I mean, again, I'm just running, holding forward and just not even looking behind me, and I'm taking the killer. Now, I'm not going against, you know, a killer from Eternal or anything like that. I understand. I'm just, you know, I'm not at the high MMR. I'm in solo queue, right? Obviously, I'm not going to be in high MMR. Anybody who tells you they're in high MMR and solo queue is lying, right? Because you don't control your MMR really as a survivor, and definitely not even by yourself. Like, you have to have a good team to consistently escape to even get to that level. But yeah, that's just my point. That's just my take on it. I just think that all in all, I think Windows opportunity is a very good perk. I use it. I will give you this tip before I go. What helps is if you're doing a gen, that's why like the devs put pallets no matter what structure, no matter where they put RNG, no matter any of that stuff. All you have to do is just find a generator and you will find structures around you. You will find structures around you, which means they're not going to put a gen somewhere in a dead zone of nowhere completely. It might not be a very great pallet, very strong structure, but they'll have a pallet, they'll have a window, they'll have something for you to use and mind game just a little bit. So just keep that in mind. Pay attention to where your structures are. If you're going to use Windows opportunity, great. But try to chain your loops. Look at other opportunities. If you see a pallet, try to get good at using your resources effectively and more efficiently. So you don't have to just pre-drop every single pallet because the killer is coming after you. If you have a pallet and you see a window, you can fake like you're about to drop that pallet and then go path towards that window to preserve that and keep mind gaming back and forth. That's one of the greatest benefits of having Windows opportunity, is that you can actually see that with no issue. And if you don't see it there, then just don't path there. And another thing I will say, never try to start a chase from like the middle of the map to then go to the edge of the map unless you're about to go down. That's the only reason why it makes sense. That's why there's people that's like, hey, I'm about to go down, so I'm about to go to the edge of the map. You want to start from where there's nothing, but then you go towards the middle, right? And then you have all the opportunities and stuff like that. Hence Windows opportunity. So yeah, that's just my take on it. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. Please like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Let's get to 5,000 subs this year and many more. If nothing else, have a blessed day, stay safe, and peace.